And we're back! Episode 13, lucky number 13. I am joined by my co-host Brian, you all know him.
What is up, what is up?
And our special guests for this evening, the lovely ladies of Crimson Apple.
Hello! Hi.
We have Karthi, Shelby, Faith, and Colby all on the line. Super cool that we have the whole band here. We normally would bug them with a bunch of album reviews and terrible 6ix9ine updates and all that, but we're not going to do that this time because no one's like 6ix9ine yet, so we're not even going to go down that path.
We're not swaying opinions over here.
We're really not swaying anyone to like that guy. You guys have a new single called Break Your Heart Worse. I dig this song. It's really good. It's on iTunes and Spotify. Why do you want to break my heart worse? Why do you want to hurt me?
Well, how do you want to explain? The song actually started out, we were in the session, and Karthi just came out, saying, hey, I have this thing in my notes. I wrote it a little while ago, and it was the hook, Break Your Heart Worse. And we were like, oh, that sounds really cool. Like, where does that come from? And, we kind of had her explain the story. Do you want to explain?
Yeah. I was just talking to someone, and they kept just mentioning their ex. He's really getting on my nerves. I'm just sitting right in front of you, and you can't just focus on me right now. Because I was like, if that's what you like, then I'll break your heart worse than this person. So you will forget about them.
Brutal. Okay, that definitely makes sense. What's up with the blue skeleton in the video? Is that everyone's significant other?
Yes, so that's Kelly. He is our Blue Collective boyfriend for the music video.
Yep.
He represents the person we're breaking their heart worse.
Hey, very harsh too. You guys really gave it to him. You guys, I feel, all went in real deep. It was deep cuts the whole way through. Definitely a revenge side there, which interesting.
How tough has it been for y'all to release music during a pandemic? I saw y'all do the sessions lately. You're on a live stream interview right now. The normal media is kind of gone by the wayside, so a lot of shit's online now. How do you guys navigate this?
Yeah, it's definitely been kind of an adjustment, figuring out what to do, like the types of things that we can release. Luckily for us, Break Your Heart Worse and the music video were filmed before the pandemic happened. But since then, we've kind of had to figure out, okay, what are we going to do? How are we going to film our videos? Where are we going to film our videos? When are we going to? So obviously, we have more music that we wanted to release, and we needed to record that. Normally, we record in a studio. So what we've kind of had to do is really figure out how to studio-proof our space. We have a home space. It's kind of in our garage, but we figured out how to do that, figured out how to basically do everything on our own. Doing all the live streams at home, making it so that we can actually continue to work in our own space and not having to go out to places to get videos. I think it's been a really fun adjustment for us, and it's been cool kind of seeing how much we can actually do DIY if we need to,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So you've kind of become a self-sufficient band for the most part.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's really
Do you guys
cool.
find yourself in a specific routine, or are you guys still adjusting to kind of like a practice schedule and then maybe your days off, right? Because now it's probably encompassing more of your time since you have a lot more focus points on it. So how does your routine and your scheduling look?
Yeah, I think as far as just adjusting with the pandemic, other than live shows, we normally do work from home, and obviously other than going into the studio to record. So in terms of that, it didn't take too much adjusting because we're used to that kind of flow. But it does, because we're doing a lot of work on our own, because we're trying to record our next projects or next releases here at the house, I do think it has added an extra level of work that we have to do. And even when we're doing our videos and the video editing, it's definitely been an adjustment. And we've always been really bad at balancing our personal lives and our work lives, because we're all sisters, we all work together, we generally all work in the same space, so we have trouble kind of capping it and saying, hey, stop, you guys need to take a break. It's just hard.
Yeah, we have a lot of sleepless nights.
I've been told that the next round of Crimson Apple releases are very top secret. You guys are very tight-lipped about it. What could you tell us about future music? Maybe an album?
We are leading up to an album. We can't say when. We do have some music that we've actually, hopefully the next releases are going to be mixed and mastered pretty soon. And we're super excited about these next songs. They're going to be kind of more along the lines of the Break Your Heart Worse type of vibe. A little bit darker. We're going to hopefully have a lot of more of that, I think, heavy imagery and stuff. So, yeah, we're pretty excited.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that's super exciting, especially from the videos perspective. You guys had, how much creative freedom did you guys have in going into that? Because again, I know you had your representation of the skeleton. So how deep did you guys have an influence on that?
Yeah, so for all of our music videos, we have, I mean, basically 100% creative control. What we'll do is we kind of put together a presentation, basically like a PowerPoint, and we'll present it to our management. And we'll say, this is what we want. It'll basically have like specific scenes, sometimes visual guides, examples, colors, themes, concepts, like the skeleton, things like that. And then we'll say, okay, let's go get a director who can bring this to life. And then we'll, basically show them the presentation, and they will work with us and figure out how we can make it happen.
That is hands down probably the most professional approach I've ever heard. You guys are going in. That is so cool. That is phenomenal. That is so cool. A PowerPoint presentation for your guys' ideas. Brilliant. Oh my God, that's brilliant. Oh, I love it.
I think a lot of that stems, I think, from our parents, just kind of the way they raised us, just to always be striving for excellence and perfection and stuff. So
I don't know, I feel like I always procrastinated in school, so it's more of a passion thing for me. I have a lot of fun being creative in this.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, we do like to be very thorough with that, just because, when you're writing music and you're putting out videos that represent those songs, we really want it to be something like, a passion project, something that we really care about, and something that represents the song and the emotion well of what's going behind what we're releasing. So we do like to be very hands-on and really creative with anything that we do.
Well, it's impressive. Very nice job.
Thank you.
Every band I've talked to can pinpoint what artist or what band it was that triggered them to want to be in a band and make music. Who do you think it is for you girls? Was there a band or an artist that triggered you at some point to want to make music?
I think we're all a little bit different. We all found our love for music at different times. For me, just as a musician, I felt like I was really inspired by Paramore and Panic! At the Disco. When I heard their music, I was like, dude, I want to play the guitar. I want to be in a rock band. That's the thing. That's for me, So that's kind of where I was coming from. I don't know, what are you? Specific artists?
I think The Neighborhood or Foster the People, those are bands I'm listening to.
Interesting picks. Foster the People. Cool.
Yeah, I like Foster the People. Yeah, good choice.
Faith Colby.
This is a hard question. I feel like I started playing drums because of my dad, though. He was playing drums, and I was just like, that looks really cool. It looks really fun. I think I always wanted to be like my dad, so I was like, I'm going to play drums like that. So, I think for me, one of my biggest influences when I was growing up was actually Taylor Swift, and she was the one that really inspired me to start songwriting and to focus on being an artist. Because I think before there was a crossover where I was a singer and I did a lot of musical theater and opera and stuff like that, and there was a point where I had swapped over and I was like, no, I really want to write songs and I want to do pop music, and there was a shift, and I think it was because of Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I think that was a really good shift too, because it really kind of going through us learning how to play instruments, there's really a time where you start to realize, I have my own voice and I want to write my own things. And I think for all of us, we have artists probably, and it's a whole list of just people that we really appreciate their songwriting. And for us, we really appreciate that we're able to do that and able to all be songwriters in that way and share kind of our perspective on things. And it's been amazing just having a lot of music to be inspired by, to feel the dream to go do that.
Very nice. We know the internet is undefeated in being wrong. So I've seen your band listed as K-pop on a bunch of websites. Would you describe Crimson Apple as a K-pop band?
I would say we're heavily influenced by K-pop.
We do like we do say that we are influenced by K-pop. We think that their visual and kind of the stories that they tell and just like the level of production and quality that they have is really impressive. And I think that that's something that we aspire to have as a band. But I mean,
sure.
we wouldn't call ourselves K-pop, but we are inspired by that. Well,
Have you ever seen K-pop Twitter?
K-pop. I've seen a little bit of it. Yeah.
Glimpses of K-pop Twitter. They're I love their fan bases. They're really like gung ho. Is probably the best way to.
They're diehard for K-pop. Yes, they might be a little bit of elitist, but they are like the most dedicated fan base on Twitter.
I love it though. I think it's cool.
Yeah,
Very
they definitely
loyal.
defend their own for sure.
They do. They give the love. So who sparked the initial idea to create a band? I mean, were you guys all kind of musically inclined and drawn towards that, or was it like how did that come about?
Honestly, like it was probably really our mom who really sparked like that idea, like, hey, maybe you guys could be in a band together. But what it started out as is Colby's been singing since she was 9 years old. She had known from a very early age that she wanted to pursue music in some capacity. And there was a certain point where she knew that she wanted to start a band. So she asked me to play guitar for her. And I had just kind of started learning myself. We got a few friends, and then we toured as the Colby Benson Band for, I think, like a year and a half. And during the time, she hated that name. I did not come up with it. So during that time, Faith and Carthy started, they were surrounded by music, and I think they both fell in love with their respective instruments. And they decided to start to pick up themselves how to play music. And around that time, our band was kind of ending. We had band members whose focuses were on other things. And it just got to a point where it really made sense. We all
it did, but it didn't. You know
it did make sense, but it didn't, because it made sense to be like, oh, well, I mean, we all play different instruments now. Like we make up a band. This one is ending. Why don't we just like figure that out? And I do think it was probably our mom's suggestion first, really. And I don't know. At the time, it felt like such a good idea, right? And we had gigs lined up from the previous band, like I think within a month of when we started, and these two had just started. So it just felt like, yeah, this is like a great idea. We started doing gigs, and they had just picked up their instruments. They had to learn super fast. And I think in the beginning, Faith could play like maybe 3 songs on the drums.
Damn.
Wow, that's determination, man. That's awesome. Wow.
So the Crimson Apple study guide, the first thing it said was, don't ask them where they met. That would be a stupid question. So what is it like being 4 women in a band together, let alone sisters? Like, you guys go out on the road together. Do you ever get sick of each other? Is it awesome just being on the road together?
It's both.
It's both. Well, no, on the road, when we're on the road together, it's awesome because we're having so much fun and we get to see new places and we get to perform. I think it's more when we're like stuck at home and we're working and we're trying to like figure out like what we want to write, and we have like arguments and disagreements. I think that's where we get the most like sick of each other.
Yeah. But I think at the end of the day, like, we're all each other's best friends, and I think that's what's been so amazing about this band is we've had that opportunity as sisters to become that close. And we hear a lot when people find out that we're siblings, you know, them saying, oh, I could never do this with my sister or my brother. Like, I don't know how you guys do it. And really for us, it's been a blessing just being able to have this relationship. We feel like it's unique and special, and we love it.
It is very unique. There's not a lot of acts out there like that.
Especially the way you guys came about, because again, you guys kind of, you know, the pieces had to fall into place before you guys all decided that it was going to actually be a thing. And again, your ethic towards it with the PowerPoint presentations, the serious yet professional approach. I mean, it's no wonder that you guys are killing it right now, because I think all those are really hard to manage in their own ways, and you guys are clearly able to cross the T's and dot the I's there. So it's great to see it actually come into fruition.
Thank you.
When I discovered Crimson Apple, it was like a lot of people, it was on TikTok, which I think is really cool that you've been able to utilize that platform to gain new fans and to get your music out there. And the video I saw was the 4 of you in each different square, and it said something about like when anime meets rock or K-pop, and I was like, oh wow, this is really cool. And at first I thought you were doing like a Sailor Moon intro theme or something. Do you girls like anime? Is that like a thing of yours?
Love anime. Yeah. I think we all love anime, but it's really Carthy who got us into the J-rock and the anime like realm. She knows like everything about it. And actually, I think the very first Japanese cover we did, Carthy like begged us, like, we need to do the song. I love this song. I love this song. And so we finally did, and we all really enjoyed it. Yeah, we just think anime is the coolest thing.
So I'd be remiss if I didn't ask, what is your favorite anime shows?
Ooh, okay.
Anime guru start.
Always changing, but right now, Demon Slayer.
I really like Demon Slayer too, but I think it's just because we just watched it with our brother. He came to visit us, so like it feels like more like special because we got to watch that with him.
It's a family thing to watch Demon Slayer.
I don't think so. I mean, well, they have the brother and the sisters that are really like close. It's the bond between the two characters, so that's cool. I've always really liked like Cyborg 009, Rurouni Kenshin, growing up.
Hunter x Hunter.
Hunter x Hunter is a good one.
Yeah, for me, current favorite is Demon Slayer for the same reason that Shelby said, and I think like all-time favorites are like Psycho-Pass. I like Hunter x Hunter too.
My Hero Academia.
My Hero Academia. Yeah, it's so good.
Okay, all right, now we're talking.
I haven't heard of Robori Kenshin mentioned in years, so shouts to that. That was cool.
Yes.
Do you guys have a favorite Sailor Scout, or is that just a stupid sexist question?
Oh, no.
No, I like Sailor Mars, but I feel like it's because I look like them.
Yeah, actually, no, we had a conversation like the other day, and I was like texting pictures of Sailor Moon characters, and I was like, okay, so I'm Sailor Moon, Carthy's the what's the pink one's name?
No,
I didn't want Sailor Moon.
I
And
don't
then
know.
Shelby Sailor Mars, and then Jupiter, Sailor Jupiter would be Faye.
Is that me?
Yeah, I think those are the names. Yeah, but, like, send each other the pictures, and yeah.
That's pretty accurate. I could get down with that. Do you have a favorite Studio Ghibli film?
There's so many really good ones.
That's the hard part.
Yeah, Princess Mononoke is really good. Shoot, I like Ponyo. I don't know if that's weird to like Ponyo, but I like it. I think that one's cool.
Ponyo's the most acceptable answer.
No, it's good because I feel like we watched it with all of our high school friends. So
Yeah,
it's really
they're like
nostalgic.
nostalgic. Yeah.
Oh, dang. They're scheming over there. Who you guys listening to right now? Like, what current artists are in your guys' ears?
I'm listening to a lot of Paris. They're about to release a new album, so I've kind of been trying to catch up with them.
It just got pushed back.
I know. It's so sad. Like, but everything that I've heard off of it sounds really cool. So I'm just kind of trying to like keep myself excited about it. Listen to their whole discography, so I'm like ready when it comes.
They're so good.
Yes.
For me, it's Chase Atlantic, Tyga, and Kehlani on repeat.
Random.
Good little blend. Shouts to Chase Atlantic.
I always listen to whatever Halsey releases. I always love everything she puts out. I've been jamming out to the Weeknd's new album a lot.
Yes.
Super good.
So good.
I'm trying to think, what have I been listening to? So yeah, every time someone asks this question, because I'm listening to music daily, but whenever this question's asked to me, I always forget, like, what am I listening to? I don't think about it in the moment.
I think it helps that I listen to a very like I like a lot of music, but I feel like on a daily basis, I have like a very small selection of artists and music that I like, so it's easier for me to just be like, oh yeah, I've been listening to that.
Yeah.
Do you have any like guilty pleasures on your iPod? Like maybe someone that's like embarrassing or strange that you're listening to?
Metro Station.
Oh no.
Shake.
Oh no.
We'll forgive you.
That's a rough one. I don't know.
I don't know if Trace's dad has forgiven him, but we forgive you for listening.
Of the
Metro
four,
Station was cool. I can get down on some Kelsey, maybe if it was like, 8 years ago.
are there any artists that you guys are trying to work with once this pandemic gets over, or is there anybody that you're going to reach out to and try to get on tour with?
We would love to tour with like 21 Pilots, Chase Atlantic, Halsey, The Neighborhood.
So just all your favorites.
Yeah.
Honestly, I see a Paris Crimson Apple tour blending pretty well if they get their shit together and get on the road.
I would actually probably.
Well, only because I've been in the same boat as Shelby. Like, they had this really good album that came out years ago, and you're waiting for the follow-up, and it's like, God, just give it to me already.
Yes.
And you got nothing. Are any of you gamers?
I don't know if we necessarily consider ourselves like gamers, but Carthy does like games. Like you play, and then like Skyrim. I don't know about you guys.
Dang.
I feel like Shelby said yes, and Carthy's like, no, not really.
No.
knowing
Knowing the
gamers,
community,
like
yeah.
I'm still not a gamer. I just like games. They're fun, and I play them whenever I can.
We always play Super Smash.
We like the Nintendo Switch games.
How does Super Smash Brothers not ruin your band? How do you
Yeah,
not break
how-
up after
I was
one
just gonna
match with
say.
that?
We get
Oh, shit.
close, but I feel like we're all very. I think we played so much that we're comfortable with the fact that Carthy's going to beat us anyway.
Oh, dang. Carthy slays. Carthy slays. Who are your go-to Smash characters? Let's hear them. Who are they?
I always play with like Ike
Okay.
or sometimes Cloud in the new one. You don't
Alright.
like.
It's gotta be Link. Link or
Oh,
Samus.
get out of here, dude. Link or Samus.
Link's got the sword.
Yeah, that's Carthy. She plays.
Okay. All right. Faith, Colby.
Olimar or Ice Climber. Yeah, they're so cute.
I always play as Princess Peach.
That's Princess Peach.
As Princess Peach.
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say you
I
pick
don't know why though.
Does Colby never win?
you pick Peach for Mario Kart too, don't you?
Oh
Yes, you
Yeah. Oh, and she dominates every time.
I am really good at Mario Kart.
You gotta pick Toad for Mario Kart. It's all about the mushroom guy.
I play Sonet.
Carthy plays as Toadette.
Oh yeah, Toadette. I don't have the new one. Sorry.
I'm Yoshi, and then you always play as
Orange Shy Guy.
Orange Shy
So adorable. If I'm gonna be in
plays
12th, if I'm gonna be in
a lot.
12th place, I'm gonna do it in
No,
style.
Faith will pick the funniest stuff. Like she'll go with like the most brightly colored one, so obviously the orange shy guy, and then she plays with like the clown cart and like the freaking cloud hang
Ooh, the
lighter,
flower one.
the flower hang lighter.
Colors.
She likes to
So
be colorful.
she runs a good distraction during the race.
Yes, she does. Well, actually, not really. When she's in 12th place, it's really hard to be distracted.
Oh wow! Throw the sister under the bus. Brutal.
No, I'm really, really bad at games. I don't take it too seriously. I'm just like admiring, going backwards.
The sacrificial lamb. You're just put in there to be another point for someone to
Fodder for the other
score.
ones.
No, at the end of every race, like she will be the last one, and what she does to annoy us is she'll start driving backwards, and we're like, "Can we just finish the race?"
It's amazing what you'll see though. Just look in the background. You know?
Okay, so we
The game quality.
Yes.
Are you
We
gonna
have-
stream this on Twitch for our viewing enjoyment?
Oh my god! People keep telling us to get on Twitch, and we've been meaning to. So
the Crimson Apple Battle Royale.
yes.
That'd be beautiful. Hey, so we have some fan questions. First of all, are you guys into astrology?
Like, do they mean like
Like your
zodiac?
signs? Yeah.
Oh yes, we do.
Oh,
Not like
Okay. Okay. So we have two guesses. We have a guess that Shelby is a Virgo, and we have a guess that Faith is a Gemini. So Becca Manley believes that those are your guys' two signs. So what are
Oh,
your
Becca's
signs?
wrong all the time though.
So what are your signs, and what do we got?
Okay, so she was right for me. I am a Virgo.
Oh, she's a Virgo. Okay.
Virgo's in the building.
Virgo's in the building. What date?
I'm September 18th.
Okay, mine's the 20th. So happy.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm 29th.
Oh,
Yeah, you're not a Virgo, so bye bye.
All right, you guys.
No, I
can-
am a Virgo. I'm barely in the cutoff.
Oh, are you? Okay. All right. I thought
Yeah,
you were
just-
ousted.
I have the same birthday as Michael Jackson, bro. Fight me.
Oh yeah, you're August 29th. That's right. You're August. That's right.
Yeah, it's a great day to celebrate. This is an awful question. Who wrote this down? Live, laugh, or love?
Live?
All of these are you're like asking me a question back.
I would say laugh. I would say laugh. Yeah.
Well, how do you laugh if you're
But like, I
alive?
feel like I would. I don't know.
it's an entire contradiction. Okay, you could be like a dead laughing person.
Well, I
think they
you
live
like,
in the sense of
you want to like live or like laugh. I feel like I would want to like laugh through my life. Like I don't know. I don't care if
you don't just want to survive.
yeah, I just want to have fun.
Yeah, I would say love because I love to play games.
Wow, you took like the most passionate one, like love, and you turned it into drums. I'm so proud of you.
So needless to say, the next album will not be called Live, Love, Laugh, or whatever the hell I said. Live, Laugh, Love.
Well, no, it's live. It's a laugh. Like, okay. Well, I mean, if we're going based off of
That was a great question. I wish I could say that was fan submitted, but somebody actually wrote that down. There is a fan question from Marissa Jasso. If you could trade lives with someone for a day, who could it be? Or who would it be?
Okay, this is gonna sound weird, but I think I would trade lives with Faith. So,
Wow.
What?
no, because like
Like a Freaky Friday situation?
well, yeah, I just want to know. I just want to know what's going on in her head. Like, she's so like, she's so bubbly, but like at the same time, she's like super dedicated and like, I don't know. I just want to know. Like, I would like to know what a day in your head feels like. I don't know. You're just very interesting to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
She could have said Caligula or like anyone, but she said Faith. She wants to be in your head.
It's very flattering, actually.
I know, bud. I love you.
That's a hard question.
Anyone. You can pick anyone. You don't have to do what I did. I wasted it.
I would have
Carthy
given
is
the
in-
worst
Carthy is
answer to
in-
this question.
Carthy's in deep thought over there. She was just super into.
What about PewDiePie?
I feel like the best would be boring.
Boring. That's true. That's true.
Wait, did she say someone?
I don't know.
Oh, I was asking her about someone, but then she was like, "Nah, that would be boring."
I guess it'd be cool to be Taylor Swift for a day.
Yeah.
I would
She lives in a castle.
I know with her
Future
cat.
Faith.
That's so cool.
Future Faith?
Yeah, I would be like, what's up? What's going on? Where do I live? How fancy is my car?
We have some fans asking if you have any merch coming. That's a good question for me too. Do you have any merch?
We do have merch. I believe the tab is like gone because we're in the middle of like switching our website out. But I think if you put crimsonappleband.com/store, you can still get there. But we are like working on new merch. We've been actually talking with like our managers about some new companies to get out some, I think, more limited item type of stuff. So that'll be soon, like with our next releases, hopefully.
Hashtag coming soon.
So if you're a C-grade hacker, you can find the Crimson Apple website and then like reach
Oh,
to
no.
the
Oh,
store
no.
and you'll figure it out.
Oh no.
I don't know if I'm a fan of this question. Your favorite SpongeBob episode?
So
Exactly.
okay, so we actually did watch a lot of SpongeBob, but like our dad didn't like us to watch SpongeBob.
We weren't actually allowed to.
We weren't actually allowed to, but we did watch SpongeBob.
We thought it was so.
I like the episode where SpongeBob was trying to get his driver's license.
Oh, that's
That's like every episode and he fails the test.
Yeah.
I like what's the one where he tries to get into the bar and then he slips on an ice cube and then the guy outside like rips off the tattoo and then flips it upside down and it goes from mom to wow.
Oh.
Tough Guy episode. I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
yeah.
I was gonna say the Tough Guy episode too. That's funny.
So you guys are touring a lot. You guys have to eat out, right? What is your favorite food? Is it fast food? What's your guys' favorite food, each of you?
Okay, so that's really hard. There's a lot of good food.
Pizza.
Okay.
Like a favorite place that you had while we were on tour.
Do you guys try to stay healthy or is it fast food?
No.
Do you guys go to fast food?
She said no.
Well, I feel like we generally try to be healthy on like an everyday basis, but when we're on
No.
tour, when we're on tour, it all goes out the window. Like it literally goes out. Okay, at least I do. I don't know.
I feel like
It
quarantine
goes
is
out the
kind
window.
of like messing with my view on how we eat because we do eat a lot.
I feel like for me, I just think McDonald's is super simple. We actually go to McDonald's a lot. We write a lot of songs at McDonald's.
Yeah.
McDonald's.
It's food.
Yeah, it's so close for sure.
We'll sit down at the
Well,
booth.
my favorite restaurant in general, not just on tour, is McDonald's, and I like ice cream. So.
Okay.
There was one barbecue place that we hit Okay, so this is actually kind of a funny story. We did an East Coast tour, and then we were going to go down to Texas, like as our last stop. So every stop before we hit Texas, we were eating barbecue, and we knew that when we got to Texas, we wanted to try really good barbecue because it's Texas. Like, why not? But we kept eating at this one place, and we found it nearby our hotel. Every single place we went to was called Mission's Barbecue, and by the time we got to Texas, we were so sick of barbecue that we ate at one place, and then we stopped, and we were there for like a whole week.
Yeah.
And then we felt really bad because we barbecued ourselves out.
Dang. We're in Texas actually, so that hurts a little bit because the barbecue out here is.
I'm not offended.
I mean, yeah, it's better in other places as well, but there are some spots you need to hit out here. And I was gonna ask where you went, but you didn't even get to go.
Well, actually, I think we went to Papa's. Is the one that we went to when we hit Texas.
Okay. All right.
They just need a big sign that says like best barbecue in Texas right here and make it easier for all the tourists or the touring bands.
I we could have just followed that sign. We could have gotten there and just known it would be the best barbecue.
Let's see. Through all the fan questions, what sign
Why the
do you want
name?
to be? What?
Why the name Crimson Apple?
Okay, so our name actually stems from a lyric in one of our favorite songs. It's called Wine Red by the Hush Sound. And the lyric is, who shot that arrow in your throat? Who missed the crimson apple? And I remember when we were kids and we had first started playing, it was like the time when we were trying to figure out like what to name ourselves because we were like a fresh band, and we were kind of weighing a lot of different names. Like some
didn't want to be the Colby Benson band.
No, never. I don't even know why that was the name of the band in the first place. But yeah, so we were kind of juggling around names. We couldn't find anything. Like, things that we all agreed on were either taken already or we couldn't all. Some people thought one name was stupid or whatever. And then one day we were in practice and we were playing that song, and it was our favorite song to play at the time. And our mom like runs in, like bursts through the door, and she's like, "Stop playing!" And we were like, "Mom, what?" And she's like, "What did you just sing?" And I like said the lyric back to her. She said, "Crimson Apple, that's your name." And like, Crimson Apple. Our mom is like so sweet. She was like, "Girl, what was that song?"
She's
and then that was our name. Yeah.
She's like she's the one that manifests the band. She like gets in your ear. You guys should start a band.
Your parents have a lot of say in this band.
You guys should be Crimson Apple.
Yeah, our parents are incredibly supportive of what we do, so we're very blessed.
That's good. That's very good.
That's good because my parents never supported my dreams of going to clown college, and now I have a live stream podcast.
Was that the world's tiniest violin?
Yeah.
Oh, they played you.
She burned me. It's cool. It's cool.
Oh.
I get burned often. So we're gonna play a game called Colby, Shelby, Carthy, or Faith, where I ask you a question and you suggest who fits the criteria best.
Okay, all right.
I might know the answer to this already. Who is the shy one?
Carthy. I shouldn't say anything because she stopped. She's just like.
I know she's been over there this whole time, just like contemplating what's going on.
What's even worse is when she does talk, that side is muffled, so I can like almost hear her. It's okay. She's there in spirit. We get it. So she would be the shy, quiet one. Who is the outgoing one?
Yeah.
Okay.
The most competitive.
Kind of, but they're outgoing different ways.
I would say Faith is the kind of person where she could go out and make friends with just anybody.
And literally, we'll be at a store and we'll turn the corner and she's having like a deep conversation with like, and we're like, how did we get from like walking down this aisle to you like having a deep conversation?
So I think that's what I would say. Faith is the most outgoing, but I do think that I am outgoing. I'm just like more reserved. I don't just like go out and talk to everybody like Faith.
Yeah.
Faith is just holding you guys up on tours, keeping everybody behind.
She goes to Target and makes a new friend.
I know.
Real, yes. Like I'll be next to her on a plane ride or like behind her on a plane ride. And we have like a stranger next to us. I normally, as soon as the plane starts, I just knock out. Like I've trained myself to do that with so much touring that we've done. I just go to sleep. I wake up 5 hours later or whatever, and you know, the plane is landing and Faith's talking to the stranger and she's like, bye, Greg. I really hope that you're doing this well in college. And I really hope that your wife like gets that new job promotion. And like, I'm really happy for you and like what you're doing with your new, like whatever. And then it's like, what just happened? I was just like for 5 hours and you know this person's whole life.
So what you're telling me is Faith is too nice.
That's oh no.
Such a problem to have.
Who is the most competitive?
Me.
Faith.
Okay, all right. Yet she's not good at video games. I don't know if that weighs out exactly. I feel like
I don't know. I just don't think I'm like super.
She's so
Passionate
competitive
about
that she'll pick and choose. So like if she's not as super passionate about it, she'll just be like, I don't care.
I can do it.
I don't care. But then if it's something that she really cares about, like drums or you know anything like that, she just wants to just go for it and do the best.
Yeah.
She's too busy making friends to be good at video games, basically. Who has the most complicated coffee or Starbucks order?
Probably me.
Yeah.
I feel like it's nothing complicated, but I feel like,
Well, you did like research on it.
yeah, I like. Okay, so actually, lately I go for like a black iced coffee, so that's fine. But sometimes I'll get like the skinny caramel macchiato because like I don't want to drink my calories.
So swap it out for almond milk.
And it sounds super like, you know, like I feel like it makes me sound lame, but that's what I do.
We love almond milk on this show, so that's okay.
no,
Okay.
we're very anti-almond milk actually. So
Whoa, no, anti-soy milk, but you can put almond milk in my coffee all day, bro.
It's gross. I like almond milk.
Almond milk in coffee is good. The soy milk has a different consistency. It's not as good.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, one time, like a couple days ago, I went in and I asked for a black iced coffee, and the barista thought it was the weirdest thing. Like, I said I just wanted a tall black iced coffee, and she was like, "Okay, so do you want like sugar or anything?" And I was like, "No." And she was like, "Do you want syrup? Any sweetener?" "No." "Do you want milk?" And I was like, "No, I just want black iced coffee."
Just put the coffee in a cup.
And she was like, "Really?" Like she was questioning my decision to just have black iced
Now
coffee.
that I think about it, people always do ask me. I know I just drink black coffee.
Are you sure you don't want three squirts of caramel in that?
Yeah.
That's a little much. Who takes the longest to get ready?
Carthy.
Damn, they threw you under the bus.
I
real
know. I
quick.
feel like Carthy's taking a beating in this episode.
She's prepared for it.
Oh no.
If you wait for her in the car long enough, she deserves it.
So who's the best dressed?
Best dressed. I would say
me.
no. I would say Carthy because I personally like her style. With Faith, she does have a good style sometimes, and sometimes she's really
Sometimes.
Dang.
found really eccentric, and you're just like, whoa, what are you wearing? She pushes boundaries.
She experiments. Sometimes it works really well, and you're like, "Whoa, that's like the coolest outfit I've ever seen." And then sometimes it's like, "Okay, you can go back upstairs and put your pants or something."
Wow.
Who would win in a fight?
That's what I'm waiting for someone to just suggest themselves.
Dang. Oh no. And I wasn't even specific. I could have been an argument. It could have been a physical fight. And Shelby's just like, I got this.
Okay, argument? Okay, who would win in an argument?
It would be. I think it's toss up between the two.
No, it's definitely.
Shelby's like, we're about to find out. We're about to find out who it's gonna be.
Okay, well,
Shelby would win in a physical.
I would win in a physical fight.
I do things for a living. Like, that is my job. No fair. No,
You really,
Uh-oh.
you
Okay.
really think.
Yeah.
You guys can
She's
save it
got
for
a
the.
point.
You can save it for the Twitch feed. You can have a battle royale and then like a cage fight, and it'll be fine. You know.
We did actually do an IG live where Faith and I did an arm wrestle, and we couldn't. It was like, what was it, like 15 minutes, and neither of us could beat each other.
Whoa! What is this? The most strategic arm wrestling match of all time?
A
What?
15-minute handshake.
No, it was basically that.
Like the whole time.
It was really dumb. It was like the longest thing.
But just to rule out Clark and Colby, we also
We beat both of them. So
You're just eliminated altogether. They're not even involved. Was it at least competitive? Was it actually like competitive or?
We're trying very hard.
Yeah, we played like rock music, like to get everybody pumped up.
Oh, it was an actual fight. You guys were fighting.
We played Misery Business on repeat, and we were all amped up.
On that same accord, what's your guys' walkout music? If you guys were in an actual like boxing match, what's your walkout music?
Ooh,
Go.
we're violent tonight.
Is it weird if I was gonna say Africa by Toto? I don't know why, but
Whoa!
that makes no sense. But like, I feel like it would be super epic.
If I was your opponent, I'd be so thrown
I
off
would
by
be.
Africa.
What is this? Africa?
Oh my God! Bless the rains down in Africa. I'm gonna get my ass whooped tonight.
It's like looking through her iPhone.
Looking through your.
Don't scroll through that iPhone only to pick a Tyga song.
Oh, no.
That album, I just saw it.
No, I was looking at Astro World. I just really like that album.
Oh, very nice. Can't go wrong with Astro World.
Cordy, what about you? You listen to a lot of like really cool music. Would it be that what's the one that you showed us in the car the other day?
STF down by Pizza Talks.
Yeah, that song's cool.
Dang.
I'm trying to say it.
Yeah, ST.
I said the F down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Dang.
Which song did she pick? I don't know if Faith is texting or if she's like scrolling through her iTunes.
Literally scrolling through this is very hard.
I know. I think I need to
She's determined to figure out a fight song. She is so determined.
I'm waiting for her to come back with a weird one.
probably will.
Colby, what about you?
No.
Taylor Swift, You Belong With Me.
Oh my, yeah, yo.
Feeling like you're 22 or what? That would
Whatever
throw
gets
me
you
off.
amped up to fight, I guess.
Yeah.
By Tyga. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
Too Late by Chase Atlantic
Oh, that's a
or
good
Stargazing.
I'm gonna go with Stargazing
Yeah.
over that Chase Atlantic song.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, controversial question. Who is the biggest nerd?
Carthy.
We're all very.
Damn!
No, it's in
Carthy, you don't have to take that abuse.
I know.
No, I don't agree. I feel like
we're all very
like-
very different ways.
yeah, we're all
Yeah.
very nerdy for different things. Like
Yeah.
Carthy's nerdy for like anime and like video games and YouTube vloggers and things like that. I'm really nerdy about like gear and just in
Cars.
general. I'm like, I feel like I'm just really. I feel like you like me. I'm very nerdy.
Yeah.
And then Faith. No, maybe you're not.
I think
nerdy.
I'm just
don't know.
very odd.
You're just
I'm
odd.
not less nerdy, just very.
I wouldn't say you're nerdy.
Eccentric. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you're nerdy and just like you're so random. Like
She
you're
likes
just super
random
weird.
things,
You like random
and then
things.
she really likes random.
I also I get told a lot that I speak really weird. Like I
So that's
very
less.
old time.
Oh yeah, she's like a old time movie like
What is it?
princess. Like
Turner Classic Movie speech.
yes.
I have not heard you speak weird yet, so I'll definitely call you out when I hear it.
We're training her.
You're trading her. Wow.
Ways
I'm
and
curious as to who calls you out on speaking weird. I'm like, what kind of weird speak is going on? Like, what is?
She says the weirdest
I
thing
have the
phrase.
strangest
I feel like
vocabulary.
I personally don't notice it though, but I think it's because I really like books like Jane Eyre and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, like I speak like I'm from like the 1800s. Sometimes.
Okay, I
And
love
think
books like that, but I just think it's so.
What are you doing? Are you?
I'll just say those words. I just have a strange vocabulary, and I'll say something, and people will be like, "What did you say? Like, why'd you say it like that?"
What are you talking about?
How
The
dare you have a
1800s?
big vocabulary? And
You just
speak
time travel.
intelligently.
You time travel to an old English town, and you're just.
It comes out of me.
do you curtsy people when you greet them on the streets as well?
It's like in a situation we'd be like, wow, that's awesome. She'd be like, I must say that was extremely exquisite.
That was exquisite, sir. And then you like curtsy down and you go back up. Oh man, yes.
I enjoyed that. It's like how enjoyable.
She doesn't always talk like that.
Okay, yeah.
She doesn't always talk like that.
Oh.
Now and again, she'll say it like that, and we're just like, bro, why?
Like,
Good morrow. Do you say good morrow?
No one says good morrow.
would we be confused if she said it tomorrow? No.
Oh man. Hey, every interview you guys do from this moment forward, we're listening to you, Colby. We're listening to what you say and how you speak. I hope you know that. You're the vocalist. You can't
We're
misstep
hanging on
over
every
here.
word and judging how you speak for sure.
You're the voice of the band, damn it.
Who would win in a rap battle?
Ooh.
Oh,
Colby or Faith?
Yeah.
Colby or Faith. I don't know which one, but yeah, either. Well, because Colby sometimes will rap in our music, like starting out kind of have like that rap thing. You are
I
really
rap
witty.
along to music, and I
Yeah.
said,
She listens to a lot of rap and she's really witty. So I feel like you could like easily come up with stuff to say that rhymes.
Well, Faith is good at coming up with things in the spot, so she could definitely like freestyle.
that's what
she's scared.
Yeah.
She's scared. I'm gonna make her do it.
Well, when you run out of song ideas, at least you have the freestyle to fall back on. That was all the questions I had for my game.
do we have any wrestling fans between any of you?
Of course not.
We did go to a Japanese wrestling match.
A Japanese one?
We did like last year. That was pretty cool.
Okay, all right. Hey,
Hope you can go.
that's cred. That's
So
cred
we're
somewhere.
slightly more fans than she is. No, it was just like one we were invited in and we thought it was really cool, so we went. And it was
Hey.
really cool, but we don't really follow it.
Hey,
So
that's cred. You're
Was
good.
it New Japan Pro Wrestling?
it was, yes.
Hey, that's cred.
That was the
You
coolest
guys are
thing on the
good. You guys got cred. Yes, yes. That's legit. Yes, that's very legit.
Oh, great.
Yeah, we're big time Japanese wrestling fans. Like we're actually the nerds on the show.
That's
why
actually
we
the
ask all
best-
these questions.
The best wrestling response we've had of any guest, by the way.
Oh,
You're also the first full band that's been on the show, so congratulations, guys. You're hitting some milestones for I Hate the Scene. So
Well done with that.
yeah, thanks for doing
Diversity. What can we expect from Crimson Apple in the future? I know there's a pandemic going on. Otherwise, we would probably see you in a bunch of awesome shows. What should we be looking for in the future with y'all?
new music coming out very soon. Secretive, top secret stuff. So don't know when, but it's coming. We're gonna try to keep doing a lot more videos for YouTube. Keep up the TikTok. So look into that. I guess I feel like I should say that there are more anime covers coming. So yes, be excited.
Very cool. Very cool.
Stoked for that. How has TikTok been to y'all? Because you've like really utilized that as a great tool to get your music out there. It's where I found you. You have like a bajillion followers. You've enjoyed it?
Yeah, it's been amazing. And actually, I think it's really interesting that you asked that because yesterday, an article went out that we did with Variety, basically talking about all female bands and TikTok and how they kind of have this platform and have been able to make just a lot of followers from joining TikTok. For us, we had heard for a long time that we should join, but we were kind of nervous because it was a new platform and it's always weird, like trying to learn a new app. But eventually we kind of got talked into it. And I think at the end of February, we released our first TikTok. And then we did this one, the second one is called Catch a Beat. And then that one went viral. It was one where we like throw the sticks at Faith randomly and she has to catch them and play a beat. And so that went viral and we were like, oh my gosh, that's really cool. And that happened literally right before the pandemic started. And so for us, it really gave us a lot of time to focus on building a social media following through TikTok. And we were just, we didn't know what to expect when we started.
We did not expect that.
We were blown away by just the response that we got. So it's been really amazing for us. And just like from the followers we've gotten from there, we've seen our account, all of our accounts grow, like our Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and Break Your Heart Worse has been by far the biggest release that we've ever had. And so that was like really amazing for us. And we do think that it is in part of the fans that we've gained from TikTok. So.
Your first TikTok was in February, and you have over 650,000 followers.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, that's probably the fastest that we've ever like grown on social media. We were like really not expecting it. I think for us, because it was like a new platform, we were kind of like excited, and we were just kind of we wanted to like experiment and be more like spontaneous and like show people like more of our personalities. And the fact that a lot of people like liked it, we were like, oh, you guys like us? Like,
They like us. They really like us.
yeah, like, we're kind of weird, you know? And, I mean, like one of our biggest videos was like the anime cover that we did, and we didn't know when we posted it, we weren't sure like how people would respond to that on TikTok. We were like, okay, put like an anime cover, and we got so many followers just from that one cover. And
Yeah,
like,
we were surprised that there were that many anime fans on TikTok. We didn't realize.
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh my gosh, like our people are here.
We've had
That TikTok found me on Facebook, and that's how I discovered Crimson Apple.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it
Crazy.
worked out really well from there.
We have had several people in the comments scroll by wanting a Crimson Apple anime at some point in the future. Is there any possibility for a Crimson Apple anime?
yeah,
Yes,
that's
we
our
always
big
talk
thing.
about it. It is a dream that would happen.
Wow,
Would be
Or
cool.
video game, or
Yes, but that is in the books.
that's awesome that you guys have actually thought about that and put that, because that's big. That's a
That
collab.
would be dope.
Yeah, that's a collab right there for sure.
I want to know, Carthy, what is your favorite part of the interview been?
Definitely had a little voice back.
I thought she was going to say the end.
She's like, right now. Oh shit.
Shouts to my friend McCrazy Bowen, who loves to watch Carthy's playthrough videos. He's also a bass player. I don't think he's getting any better though. So let's hope he keeps watching. He's gonna be mad at me. We have some other fans just waiting for a cover of Sanctuary from Kingdom Hearts. Do you know what that is?
Yes, that would be actually a really awesome song. Yeah, we haven't thought about that, but that's a good suggestion. Awesome. It's a good
Wait,
I
game.
don't know what.
Is that like the original theme?
Probably. I didn't play the game.
Yeah, me either. I didn't play Kingdom Hearts. I don't know.
I don't get along well with RPGs. They always get really frustrating.
Oh,
Yeah, I stick to all the games that like most girls hate, like sports games like FIFA and stuff. But otherwise, we can play Mario Kart. Becca Manley wants to know, can we be friends? I want to be friends with all of you.
yes.
Where can they find you guys, social media wise, if you want to share the personal ones out and get those out there?
Oh, okay. So we are at Crimson Apple on basically everywhere, or Crimson Apple Band sometimes. And then for all of us, we have like our own personal social media, like on Instagram. So Carthy is, I'll say that again because she was very quiet, at Waiting for Kurosaki. Mine is Crimson_Shelby.
Faith, the letter N, and then drums. So Faith and drums. And mine is Colby Benson Music.
You guys are actually all like in the feed once you follow the band, so it's not difficult. I'm sure people will be able to find it.
All those names are simple, except Carthy. What does that mean?
Oh, it was from Smithfield that I read when I was like in middle school. I really liked the lead guy. His name was Kurosaki.
Oh.
So
I'm gonna have to look that up. I have some new anime to watch because you didn't name any of the anime that I've seen before. So no Death Note, no Gantz, maybe some Gundam, a little mild Gundam in there.
Yes. Actually, Death Note. So our parents think we're like weird for watching anime, but we got our dad to watch the entire thing with us, and he was so invested in it. Like it was the greatest thing. Like Death Note was super awesome.
Death Note cover would be sick.
Eduardo Alana's literally typed that in as you were saying that. So a Death Note cover is something that is wanted. We also need a Demon Slayer cover from Daryl
Release your
Charo.
cover of Demon Slayer.
There you go.
If you watch My Hero Academia, what quirk do you think is the best?
The best. Oh, there are so many really good ones. It's like hard to say.
That's like the most popular anime out right now because I hear about it all the time, but I've
It's great.
never really watched it.
It is really good. I feel like it's very, or at least for us, it was very like inspiring. I don't know. Like the main character was very inspiring. I don't know. I like I think Bakugo, like the fire thing. I mean, that's dumb though because like it's not special. It's like explosions, but like Todoroki is cool. Like he has fire and ice.
I think that's my favorite.
And then there's
Yeah, that's
obviously
both worlds.
super strength. And stuff like
But I mean, we're choosing all the boring ones.
that. I like the crow
The
guy.
obvious ones.
Like to have a crow head. That guy.
Oh yeah,
I want that. I'm just gonna be a crow
I
head.
love it.
Troy Hilliard has a great question. Are you excited that they're finishing the Bleach anime? I can answer that. Hell yes. 1,000 episodes is too many. That does bear the question. What do you think is the worst anime?
Oh, the worst anime.
I don't think I've seen a bad
Have
one.
we seen?
You guys. It's
It's like you don't know.
I've seen some terrible anime, but I don't remember their names. I kind of like.
They're
Block-
that bad. They're that
Yeah.
bad.
Block it out.
Oh, okay? I don't know if people like this one, but what's that cooking one? Where like it's all about the guy who's cooking, and it's just
Food Wars.
Food Wars. I think that one is so weird. Like I love cooking, but like I can't watch that anime. I don't know. I'm sorry if you guys.
You actually piqued my interest because a cooking
An
anime,
anime
I
about
think would be
cooking?
dope.
No,
Is it like Cooking Mama?
Okay, it's like just watch it and you'll know what I mean. It's very weird.
Wait, that's
It's terrible, but just watch it.
Yeah.
They like really. What's the right way to say it? They make food like sound sexy. It's like weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
I will admit that there is some anime food that looks really good whenever they have sushi in those nice little plastic containers all done up nice. It makes me want to eat it. Faith, who are your drumming influences from Jordan Arnold?
Ooh, okay, so Tomiya Kanki from One Ok Rock, Travis Barker, for sure, Niles, excuse me, I always say that wrong. Annika Niles, Neil Peart.
I was going to say Neil Peart. You got to say Neil Peart.
I normally start my practice with watching drummers that inspire me, so like I don't know why I'm having such a hard time. I could probably go on for a very long time, but yeah, that's a really good list. Yeah.
Food Wars equals I can't believe it's not hentai. Okay. I recommend y'all to watch She-Ra on Netflix.
You know,
And
actually, I was talking about that the other day. That we should watch it. We haven't seen it,
Watch
but
it.
we hear about it.
We did watch Voltron.
We love it.
Voltron!
Get out of
Yes,
town!
Voltron.
Are you serious? A Voltron fan?
Wait.
Oh, you have it? Do you have the lions? Oh, she's
Oh,
breaking out the
please,
lions.
please have it all
She's breaking out the
assembled.
lions. You guys
Is
are
it the
talking
full-
old school.
Yes!
What?
Oh my god, Crimson Apple's house is so cool. Can I come over and play with that?
What?
You ever play with it? Oh, wait.
Oh my god!
Oh man. Ah.
That's
dang,
way
did
cooler
you-
than the one I broke in the bathtub.
Did you guys? I was gonna say, did you watch the old 1980s one? Did you guys watch the old school one?
I actually tried to go back and watch it, but it's
Oh.
hard after watching
Legend. It's Legend. No. You have to watch it. You didn't like it? You did watch it and didn't like it?
I watched like the first episode, and then I just felt weird because like I'm used to the new characters.
Oh, interview might be over, guys. Hey, interview might end right now.
Bro, you didn't even read the study guide. Come on.
Yeah, I will give it a chance.
Oh man.
There's just something really badass about giant mechs fighting each other. So like that Gundam series
Yes.
is always appealing to
Hey,
me.
I'm still applauding the Voltron fandom. Great job. Yes.
11-year-old me wants that toy. Badly. I am fresh out of questions, and I don't see any from the fans. Thank you, girls, so much for coming on this show. I found your
Yes.
music. I fell in love with it. I thought y'all were cool as shit, and I'm so glad you came on. You have a super nice manager. Y'all have been awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
You guys are phenomenal. Thank you. We got to definitely do this again. You guys have to be the first repeat band that we have back on.
We'll do an
So,
anime watch along to something awful.
Yes.
Any last words for Crimson Apple?
Thank you guys so much for having us, and thank you to everyone that watched the interview and asked great questions. If you don't know who we are, go check us out on Instagram or something.
And if you don't know, now you know.